Hey, so I'm here to tell you possibly the dumbest story you've ever heard. It's so embarrassing, I don't even know why I'm telling people about it, but here goes. So I got stuck in an escape room, and yeah, I know that sometimes you might not get all the clues, but we solved all the clues and we still couldn't get out. How did it happen? How did we get out? Let me tell you. And I bet some of you watching also love escape rooms, so see if you can solve the same puzzles we did, and let me know if you got it right in the comments. I'm Jemima, I'm 16. This is Bobby, a whiz with words, and this is JJ, a whiz with numbers. We absolutely love doing escape rooms. For JJ's 16th birthday, we clubbed our allowance together and bought tickets to Primed Heist. And even better, we found out that JJ's mom was away that weekend, so we could have an epic sleepover. But it didn't turn out like that, as we couldn't escape the escape room. When we arrived, we had to put our phones in the lockers so no one could cheat. We were so excited. But it started to go downhill once we met our guide, Jamie. He wasn't my type, but Bobby was especially impressed by him. And Jamie seemed impressed with Bobby. I was like, hello, can we do the escape room, please, rather than your weird mating ritual? The story of the escape room was that we were a team of high-class bank robbers. First, we had to break into the bank. Jamie told us we were crawling through air vents, but we knew it was made up. The vents twisted and turned. It felt like we crawled a really long way. Finally, we came out at the vault. Jamie handed us our first clue to open the vault door. Are you ready? Let's see if you can get it. Welcome, players, to the world's greatest vault. But take these words with a dose of salt. The puzzles are tough, and you may not be enough, but if you get caught, it's your fault. We had to find the sequence of 4 numbers to open the door. At first, I was like, what? Then, I thought that the clue was a limerick, which has 5 lines. So maybe the sequence was 6, 7, 8, 9? But it didn't work. We thought of even numbers, odd numbers. Was it connected to the poem? And Bobby was no help. Finally, JJ said, that's it. Our primed heist. It's prime numbers. So we tried 7, 11, 13, 17, and it worked. Did you get it? Come on, be honest. It went over my head, so... JJ was starting to get annoyed, as this was supposed to be a fun thing we all did together. Inside the vault was amazing. There were stacks of super realistic cash and gold statues and trinkets and jewels. To get to the good stuff, we had to cross a huge foam pit. Sorry, I mean river, as Jamie kept saying. Then Jamie suddenly shut the door and said, quick, you only have 3 minutes to solve the next puzzle or the vault alarm will go off. Ready? Let me know how you would have solved it in the comments. Jamie told us the scales had to be even at all times. There were 7 jugs of water, and to win, we had to empty them all. We knew that getting exactly half a jug of water on the scales would be pretty much impossible. So how could we get rid of some of the water? We thought about it for what seemed like a really long time. Then JJ came up with the answer. She drank one of the jugs. Jamie laughed at us and said no one had done it quite like that before. We carefully tipped the rest of the water into the scales. They matched the whole way. Now, all we had to do was take the gold through the river, to get to the bank exit. And don't ask what a river's doing in a bank. It's not real. The foam river was so much fun. Even Bobby joined in and forgot about Jamie for a moment, but not for too long. We did it, and Jamie gave us our final clue to get out of the bank. Ready? Let's see if you get it. You played the game, now it's time to be gone. You may have it all, or you may have none. The true prize is escape, so don't delay. All or nothing you have. We had to guess a number from the clue. We read the clue over and over, but we couldn't work it out. JJ thought maybe all or nothing meant we had to count our money, and that would be the number that would let us escape, but we had a lot of money. It would take ages. We looked at Jamie to see if we were on the right track. He was busy telling Bobby all about his dreams of studying, acting, etc., etc. Then I realized this is so easy. The true prize. How do you get a prize? You win a prize. That last line is all or nothing you have. 1. The answer is number 1. But I wouldn't want to be on That's My Story if my story didn't take a turn. And yes, you guessed it. Things got worse. We turned the bar to unlock the door. We heard a funny kind of clicking noise, and then nothing happened. The door wouldn't budge. We looked at Jamie to see if he could help, but there were no prizes for guessing what he was doing. Finally, JJ snapped. Jamie, we really need your help. Come on. Let's get out of here. I need to pee after drinking some of that Clue. I said, did we get it wrong? Jamie looked just as puzzled as we were. He tried the handle again and again. He said, no, you got the answer right. Then he was like, oh, wait, was I supposed to... Oh, no, I forgot to do something important earlier. I think I got distracted. JJ was furious. She told Bobby it was all her fault and we were supposed to be a team, but she didn't help at all. Bobby disagreed, saying she was just jealous because Jamie liked her and not JJ. I reminded them all the arguing wasn't helping, that everything would be okay. We could just call for help. But he reminded me that we didn't have our phones. And then he said that even if we have our phones, there would be no service. JJ was sure that someone would come down and lock up and check on us, but Jamie broke the bad news that we were the last team of the day. His colleague had snuck out early to go on a date, so no one was coming to check on us. Jamie was like, your moms and dads will miss you, right? And they know where you are? But we told him no. We yelled and yelled for help, but of course, no one could hear us. The thought of being stuck in there all night was awful, but even worse was that we would have to share it with Love's young dream. And worse for JJ, she said, I really need to pee. First we got hungry, then we got cold. Then all the lights went out. We thought we were doomed, but luckily, Jamie had a torch. We soon realized no one was coming to rescue us. We'd have to sleep there. Jamie was really sorry. He said that if we complained, he might lose his job. Bobby said we'd never complain, that this was her fault and not his, and she was the one who was sorry. It wasn't her fault. She was so irresistible. I was like, what? And JJ was like, please. JJ said the first thing she was going to do when she got out was complain. I suggested we put our heads together and figure out a way to get out. But how would you have gotten out? Door locked, no phones, no one to check on you. Comment and let me know. Then Jamie suddenly said, what about the real air vents? We had crawled into the escape room using fake air vents, but the vault did have real air vents we could use to get out. Yeah, it would be just like in the movies. Except the grate was screwed to the wall. She made a screwdriver out of a mermaid's tail. And we crawled through the air vents, for real this time, just like in the movies. It was such a relief to get out, especially for JJ. So how did you like my crazy escape experience? Do let me know in the comments if you want to know what happened to Bobby and Jamie, or whether their love lasted.